Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of River Ave Radio. It's been a little while. Thank you for joining us. My name is Ryan. As always, I've got Kyle. Before we start, shout out to my girlfriend for the new River Ave Radio sign. Big fan. I like it a lot.
The street is actually named after the podcast, not the other way
It
around.
is.
For people
It
that
is.
don't know,
Yes. No, we got ahead of that. We've been in the making on this podcast for
1800s.
a very long time now. Yeah. And yeah, Kyle, how you doing?
Doing great. Yankees are kind of up and down. Obviously, at the big Judge walk-off yesterday, which Ryan predicted, by the way, 7th inning.
I did.
They called
yes.
him a madman. He had been terrible in fantasy for him all week. He put up like 1 point, but Ryan never gave up hope.
Literally.
So shout out RAR. We know what we're talking about, or something like that.
I think someone tweeted this week. They were like, Judge could be 0 for 200, and I'd still be scared of him. And it's it's the same thing for me. Like, he could be 0 for 200, and I'm still expecting him to hit one out at any point.
And he did.
But
hopefully Ben Rice gets back on track as well this week.
I tweeted it right after he made the catch in right to save Ryan Weathers, and it just came to me in that moment that he was not letting this shit slide anymore.
Yeah.
And
he's pissed.
First pitch.
And we at River Avenue Radio do not concern ourselves with the number of ballparks that would have been a home run at, because it was a home run at this ballpark.
Should have thrown it in a different, yeah.
Anyway,
unconcerned.
On this episode, we are not going to be talking about Ben Rice or Aaron Judge. We are going to be talking about the future of the New York Yankees this season and beyond on the trade market, because I think that it's fair to say the Yankees will 100% be making the playoffs. I don't think there is a reality where they miss the playoffs at this point. And with that in mind, we got to operate like the Dodgers and think, what's the best for the Yankees to win the World Series, not what's the best way for the Yankees to win 100 regular season games. Obviously, winning 100 regular season games would be ideal. Getting the bye would be super important, but
Did you know that they have never lost a series where they had home field advantage under Boone?
Really? No, I didn't know that.
They have a perfect record. They were saying that on WFAN the other day, so if I'm wrong, blame them. And
that's not like a real sticky stat. Like I'm not sure. Like that could. I'm not putting too much stock into that, but
that could change at any time. But combine it. I don't know their record in series where they don't, but it
doesn't feel good.
Like I'm pretty sure they have a losing record. So clearly they're more comfortable in the home field advantage.
Yeah.
So,
Cody Bellinger can only hit at home, so we we need home field advantage just for him, I guess. Yeah. But regardless, making these types of trades will also help us win regular season games. But just wanted to preface the episode by saying that this is mostly focused on playoff success and not as much regular season success. But with that, I think we just get into it. We're going to start with the big three. But before that, remember, like, comment, subscribe. Please give us a follow over on Twitter or anything if you want to interact with us. We post a lot of stuff over there. I'm going to be posting some more detailed analysis, text-based analysis, on Twitter for some of these reliever guys, especially my reliever pick, who I'll get to later. And anywhere we are, go fight with us in the comments. We always respond. It's a great way to get some laughs if you want to laugh at us, because we'll be laughing at you too. So let's just get right into it.
I think before we get to the trade targets, do we want to quickly discuss, just in the sake of playoffs, what is probably going to be the headliner of our playoff rotation, Gerrit Cole back and looking really, really, really good. I just wanted to bring this up. His fastball has been steadily declining in vertical movement, like pretty consistently since he's been with the Yankees. Obviously, it's about as small of a sample size as you could possibly be looking at.
We had the sample size from the rehab outings too, where this was also true.
That is true, yeah. And I tweeted about this after his spring training start. The vertical movement on his fastball is back. After one start, it's averaging about 8.9 inches of vertical movement. In 2024, that was 6.6. In 2023, it was 8.4. So that was, again, his it's a lot closer to what it was in his Cy Young year. 2022, 10.4. So when he was better was when he was getting a lot more ride on that fastball, and here we are.
Mm-hmm. The thing to note with Cole as well is that he's throwing a sinker now. This is something that he hadn't done basically at any point in his Yankees tenure. I'm going back, like, it says on Baseball Savant like he was throwing like 1% of the time. I think that's more likely just a pitch tagging issue where it tagged a different type of fastball as a sinker because it got thrown weird. I'm going all the way back. He did throw a sinker when he was with the Pirates. So the last time he threw a sinker at above like a 10% rate was literally a decade ago. And this is clearly something he's doing on purpose. He threw it 15% of the time in his first start, which is meaningful. He really was pretty much all four seam though. He threw it 51% of the time, which is way higher than it was last year. It's 10% up from 2024, and it's more closely in line with his like peak Astros, early Yankees years, which means that not only like is he back with it in terms of the movement, but they also believe in it, which I think we talked about this a bit in the past where like Tommy John is a great way for pitchers to rework their mechanics and kind of get back into a groove. And I think Cole has kind of overhauled himself and is really I think this will stick is my point. Like I think that his mechanics are better now. He's feeling strong, he's ready to go. Taking a year off from throwing also probably gives you a little more juice in that arm for the following year. Like I know you had to build up the strength back, but not throwing thousands and thousands of pitches probably helps.
Also, I knew this, but I think I just memory hold it because it was like the worst night of my life. The last time he pitched was Game 5.
Yeah.
Like he's probably pissed, dude.
Yeah.
And then so not only did they blow that game, they blew his first game back too.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's probably pissed off, and he's a competitor. He always has been, and I mean it. I remember we were saying like I mean I at least was expecting like a pitch mix Cole where he was mixing his off speed more like kind of like he was in 2024. Clearly that's not the case, and I mean one of the biggest concerns we had was him finding his velocity again, and I mean Boris said he had all of his tools available, and I don't think he was lying.
Yeah, even
like
with
this looks like vintage Cole.
Even with him kind of looking like he's taking it easy, only threw 70 pitches. He could get it up to 99 when he wanted to, so clearly he has it in the tank. In the rehab outings, he was averaging higher than he did in his first major league start. He was having some command problems. He walked a lot of people relative to his norm in his last start. So I think he kind of just reined it in a little bit to get command. And obviously it ended up working. He went through 6 innings with like 70 pitches or something, which obviously will take any day of the week. So the reason we're bringing this up is that when you're looking at the trade discussions, you got to think what's your area of need and like what are the best players available. And the area of need right now is not starting pitching. That being said, Tarek Skubal is likely on the market. So I think it's malpractice not to talk about it.
And I think it's malpractice not to make a serious effort, especially when he's probably going to end up with someone who you're going to face along the October path. I saw the Blue Jays, I saw the Dodgers, I saw the Padres, and us. I think we're like the 4 main ones. Like those are Padres. Padres are like the least likely, but I don't see an October where if the Blue Jays successfully trade for Skubal, they're going to October. If not, we'll see. But I mean, there's no way that the road to a World Series doesn't lead through LA, and they should terrify you if they don't. I don't know what sport you're watching, but a Skubal reinforced LA,
It's
not
over.
only like it. I mean, like who you could move. I don't know who you could move anyone to the bullpen. Like that's Skubal, Ohtani, Yamamoto, Snell, Glasnow. Like Glasnow's your maybe I guess Snell on a talent basis would probably be your SP5 there.
Not
And
really.
then,
Like he's like a multi-time Cy Young winner.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. I guess I
The
Glasnow,
point is, it's bad. It's bad for us.
Yeah, that would be awful. And like, I think just because of that alone, you have to do it, and you have to give them whatever they want. Like, I don't know. Listen, make no mistake, if we trade for Skubal, we are World Series favorites.
Yeah, I would
I
tend to
firmly
agree.
believe that.
I think that people get confused, or I don't know if confused is the right word, but people misunderstand how the Dodgers won the World Series last year. They genuinely could not hit until the World Series. And even in the World Series, their hitters struggled. Like Andy Pages had the worst statistical playoff performance of anybody in baseball history at the plate. Like it was real bad. They could not buy a hit, but their pitching was just so good that it didn't matter. Like they scored maybe 10 runs against the Brewers in the NLCS, and they swept them because
And also, like, what, 5 of those came from Shohei in
yeah,
Game 4?
five of them
Like,
were just Shohei hitting bombs, and you see like people see that and really think like, oh, like you don't need more starting pitching. Like a rotation of Skubal, Max Fried, Gerrit Cole, and Cam Schlittler as like your playoff four is like the best you're ever gonna get. And I do think that the Yankees should not go after kind of these mid-level guys. Like I don't want them to
no.
go get Michael Wacha. I don't want them to get like Seth Lugo,
Flocka flocka.
one of these bums from the Royals. Like we don't
No.
need a mid-level arm. We need a top-level arm, and the only top-level arm that is both available and a rental, which means that he'll be. This is said very relatively because he's still going to be expensive as hell. Relatively well priced would be Skubal. And I don't entirely buy into the idea that trading for somebody makes them more likely to re-sign. Like we saw with Soto, it doesn't usually work like that.
I'm never falling for that again.
Yeah, it doesn't usually work like that, but you never know. It can't hurt.
Yeah, I mean, getting him in the building, and he's more familiarized with the people, the facilities, and all that. It's going to help.
Yeah.
And if if wins a championship, and like, I was thinking like before the year, like wishful dream thinking, if we won the World Series, we signed Tarek Skubal, like we're going toe to toe with the Dodgers for the next like 5 years. Like, and I think that would just be really. I think if I was a fan of any other team besides those two teams, I would hate it. For me, I love it. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
And I think we're the team to beat in the AL right now. Us getting Skubal makes us a Titan.
Yeah.
That puts us on the level of the Dodgers, talent wise.
And that's really the only way we can get up to Dodgers tier.
Yeah.
None of the other guys in this list are gonna push the talent that far.
No, yeah. And listen, like I think a lot of these other guys give us a good and people are like, oh, we need relievers more than we need starters. Like, if you get Skubal, you could put Rodon in the bullpen.
Yeah.
Like, and Rodon's really good.
Yeah, like if you have both Ryan Weathers and Carlos Rodon in the bullpen,
and Will Warren, presumably,
who I'm not totally sold on him as a bullpen piece, but he's awesome. I love Will Warren, generally speaking. But if the best pitcher in baseball is available, you got to go get him. And just because you can't let the guy that's going to beat you in the playoffs get him.
Yeah. That's my whole thing. Like, if Skubal gets traded and we see him in the playoffs, I just think that's an abject failure.
Yeah.
Like,
and we'll get cooked.
Yeah, and we'll get cooked. And like this is not a guy who's struggled in the playoffs. Like, this is a guy who shines under the lights. He's incredible.
Yeah. I think the Tigers literally lost their series because they pulled him at 90 pitches or whatever. He went like 6 innings, 13 strikeouts or something, and they pulled him at 90 pitches and then immediately lost. So we won't do that.
No.
The other two, I think we can move on from Skubal here to the other two kind of big names.
I'm just like thinking about it. It's like, it's crazy. That would be insane.
I would run around my room.
Trading for Soto, like I'll remember how I felt for the rest of my life. That would dwarf that.
The Soto trade was kind of ruined by the fact that it got dragged out, though. Like, if the Nodi just hit with no buildup, it would have been insane.
Yeah.
But, like, it was like days of, like, it's going to happen anytime soon. It's going to happen. Then it eventually happened.
But remember, there was, like, in the last day, it got a little shaky. And, like, they were like, they might leave the winter meetings without getting this done, and like they might just do it at the deadline. And I don't know, I was tweaking, and I remember when it happened.
Yeah, like if the Skubal to the Yankees Nodi hit,
I remember what you texted. You were so excited. You sent official in all caps like 10 times straight. You were so hyped.
I don't remember. I blocked it from my mind. Anyway, the big two closers that are like hypothetically available are Yohan Duran and Josh Hader. I think both of these teams are in a situation where they've underperformed pretty significantly into the year, but the rest of the either division or league around them have been bad enough that I think they're going to be close enough to compete. Like the Phillies ownership and Dave Dombrowski want to compete this year. Like they're not, and they can't postpone it. The Phillies they need to win now or else they're not going to win in the future. Their farm system sucks. They have a bunch of awful contracts that will only get worse with time. I'd be very surprised if they dealt him. I don't know if you agree or not.
I would be as well. I think I agree. I think even if they are in, like, I think it would have to be they're like, there's no question of them making the playoffs.
Yeah.
And with how bad the NL East is right now, I just don't see that happening. Like, and if they're selling, it's a fire sale because, like you said, like, it's just not happening after this, and they're just selling off their pieces to teams that can use a guy on one last run. Like, or, you know, whatever. For a lot of their guys, they're older, but I mean, Duran's really young, obviously. Duran is probably the best fastball throwing reliever in the league.
Miller's better, but yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's just like the god tier. Can't even touch it. It's not even worth discussing.
Grant Taylor, who we're not going to discuss today, because I think there's an even less % chance he gets traded. But he's got heat. But yeah, the division for I want to push back a little bit just because I think the division is kind of locked up. The Braves are insane. But how many games back of the third wild card spot do you think the Phillies are right now?
They're not even that many. I think it's like 2 or 3.
Yeah, they're 3 games back. Like if unless they're like 10 games out.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
they're not going to
have to be like. They have to be like bottom of the barrel.
Even the Mets are only 7 games out. It's still early. The Colorado Rockies are 9 games out of the of the third wild card spot.
That's what I'm saying. Like, anyone can be a low amount of games back. That Mets team is dog ass, dude. Like, they're
dog
not
walked by the
good.
Marlins.
Yeah.
You see Devin Williams is tipping again.
He saved his best stuff for us. Whatever, dude. I hate him.
Yeah,
I do not like him at all.
I have very negative. I was a Devin Williams supporter. Now he's a bitch. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
The other one, Josh Hader, Astros. He's on a pretty bloated contract. Like, Yohan Duran is, I think, still in arbitration, unless I'm tripping.
Mm-hmm.
But Hader's on like a $100 million deal, which makes him, I think, more likely to get traded just because they would want to unload that with. Yeah. But like, he's awesome, even though he's like a famous racist. Like, I would not. I could let that slide, I guess.
I don't know, man.
There's a lot worse people in baseball than Josh Hader.
I'm dealing with the Jackson Dart stuff right now as a Giants fan, and that is just.
Yeah, at least our baseball team isn't fighting on Twitter.
Yeah.
But
they're fine. Apparently they're fine.
Off the field stuff aside. He looks like an asshole too, Josh Hader. Anyway.
He does. Have you ever seen? He's got like hunting pictures and stuff on his Instagram.
I don't like his vibe, but he's very good at baseball. We could obviously use him in the back end. I think that Jim Crane clearly hates the Yankees. That's the owners of the Astros. So I really don't think he'll get traded just because he wants to spite us. He's another owner that just wants to compete. Like, he expects them to win. But the Astros team is a lot worse, in my opinion, than the Phillies team is. They just don't have any pitchers. Like, Hunter Brown will come back and he'll be excellent, but their number 2 right now is like Spencer Arrighetti, who has been good results wise, but we've been using a new acronym in the group chat recently, HPG which stands for he played good, he wasn't good. And I think Arrighetti unfortunately falls within the category. Like, he has some juice, he has absurd extension, so it looks like he's chucking 100, but he walks 4 people every start, and none of them ever score. So that'll come back down to earth. And then their like 3 starter is K-Wei Tang. Like, do you even know who that is?
No, I don't. And that's like, the Phillies do have a genuinely good rotation. I know that like Luzardo and Sanchez have both kind of been underperforming because the Phillies can't play defense.
In terms of like wins and losses, Sanchez is like insane in terms of actually pitching now.
Yeah.
They lost the game the other day where
No way, dude.
He pitched a complete game shutout and they won. And then he threw 8 innings with like 13 strikeouts and they lost because Duran gave up a home run to Kyle Manzardo.
Yeah. Painter has been much better than I thought he would be, and so has Wheeler. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of thought Wheeler was gonna be cooked.
Yeah, Wheeler looks Wheeler-like.
The like degenerative bone, and listen, I'm not gonna apologize for that. Like he had like degenerative bone disease that has ended a lot of careers. Like I was getting cooked on Twitter, and I'm sorry, like that was not an insane thing to say.
They removed his rib, bro.
Literally, like. Anyways, and listen, I'm happy. I think Zach Wheeler's great. And I think it's great for the game when like longtime great pitchers go out on a high note like that. I don't like Clayton Kershaw at all as a person, but I thought the way that he got to exit baseball was cool. And I would like to see the same thing for Wheeler. So
we can sign Clayton Kershaw and put him in the bullpen.
No, dude. Remember, they had him out in like the 18-inning game during the World Series, and he like almost fucking blew it.
Yeah. But he didn't.
So
to wrap up the big three section, we would like all three of these players, but it's unlikely. Maybe Scooble's probably the most likely, which is really saying a lot because I don't see that as very likely. But we take all three of them. Kind of unlikely that any of them will get traded to the Yankees. So I think we should move
real
on.
Fast.
Yeah.
Before we move on, who wouldn't you send for Scooble?
Fuck it, bro. I'll send anybody.
Dude, like we were talking about this yesterday, and one of our friends was like, "Oh, I'm not sending." It was like Will Warren and Dax Kilby, and they're like, "I'm not sending that for 2 months of Scooble." I'm like, I am packing their bags, driving them to the airport, and buying them a snack.
Yeah.
Like,
Goodbye.
Like
Dax Kilby's a great prospect, but he's in A-ball and he's hurt. You never know what you're going to get.
You could win a ring this year, and which could very well be your last chance to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe not though. I mean, the Yankees youth just looks incredible, but we're getting sidetracked.
Everyone is on the table, is our point.
Yeah, pretty much.
Next section is the bullpen, which is probably what we both agree is what the Yankees need the most help in.
Yeah.
Their bullpen has been just objectively pretty bad. They're not awful in terms of run suppression, but they just are not good at like they're not good at letting runners on. They walk way too many people. They don't strike out enough people. It's gonna be a problem. It just feels like watching
last year's bullpen, which is
it's not a compliment.
Shocking considering it's all the same people.
So we both have a pick for who we want the Yankees to trade for, like our top relief arm, and these are all people that are supposedly relatively realistic. Like these are arms that could be traded and are far more likely to get traded than Yohan Duran, Josh Hader, those types of arms. So my pick is Daniel Lynch the fourth. First of all, he's the fourth, so long line of Daniel Lynches to back this up. But he's a lefty. He's on the Royals. He has a 5-pitch mix. He throws this year. I'm pulling up his savant real quick. He throws a sinker, a slider, a changeup, a four-seam, and a curveball. So already that's like 2 or 3 more pitches than most relievers throw. We really do need a lefty out of the pen that isn't Tim Hill or Ryan Yarbrough. Like, I love Tim Hill. Like, it's literally in my bio. Like, Tim Hill's my GOAT. But we need a lefty that, one, can strike people out at a rate above like 1%, because that's what Tim Hill does. He's first percentile in strikeout rate. Although he did strike out Chandler Simpson yesterday,
he did.
Which was a hilarious at-bat. Baseball is really funny. But we need just another lefty in case we already used Tim Hill, especially in the playoffs. Like, if you get into like the 5th inning or something and Max Fried is struggling, bases loaded, 2 outs, lefty coming up to the plate. Like, let's say fucking Shohei is coming up. You need to put Tim Hill in that situation right there. And then if another high leverage situation comes up later in the game, maybe you have Ryan Weathers in the bullpen, which we'll talk about later, but I'm not gonna put stock in that right now. You need another lefty to come in, and you need that lefty to be effective in late inning situations. And Daniel Lynch, in my opinion, could really be that guy. Like this year, 2.68 expected ERA, under 200 expected batting average, striking out almost 30% of people and walking less than 10% of people. So a really great K- walk rate, which is one of the most predictive stats for future success. He gets more than 50% ground balls, which is 90th percentile or there around. He doesn't give up hard contact. He throws reasonably hard. Like, he's thrown like 94, 95 with decent extension. So this is just a great pitcher. And the Royals are a god fucking awful team. Like, they are genuinely terrible. So I think this is one realistic. He has 2 more years of ARB after this, so he'd be useful for the future. But also, like, he's on a team that's bad enough that you could actually get this done. Also, he's 6'6", so coming at a weird angle with the lefty approach.
Yeah. I'm all in on that. I think especially just with how bad the Royals are, I think that's pretty likely. And they make some weird trades. So I think, and Cashman always is good at getting teams to give up their stars for our shitters.
Do you think they'd take Spencer Jones? Would you trade Spencer Jones for Daniel Lynch straight up?
Yes.
Yeah,
dude.
I would.
I'm not gonna lie. I was moved in the wrong direction.
Yeah, it wasn't a good
Spencer
good
Jones's
stretch.
first stint. It was not. What is that stance, dude?
Yeah,
that's why
he changes it every week.
I really don't. I know it's like his thing or whatever, and it makes him look like Shohei and whatever they say on Yes Network. But like, let's be serious for a second.
He looks like white Shohei though. It's crazy.
He does. No, that one video where he's like looking up at something in the like, yeah. But he doesn't play baseball like Shohei.
He does not.
Which is what matters. But yeah, so. Yeah, totally in.
The stuff on
Daniel Lynch.
all of his pitches are pretty good too. Like he's throwing a plus sinker and a plus slider. Those 2 pitches alone make an effective reliever, and he has 3 pitches on top of that all are decent enough. And he locates pretty well. He's at a 100 location plus. So, good pitcher overall. Would want him. I want to mention quickly before we get to your pick, the other Royals reliever, Lucas Erceg, who's basically their closer right now with Estevez hurt. I'm not nearly as in on him just because he has such a high walk rate.
I was gonna say also wasn't he? Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. Never mind. I was thinking of who's on the aisle?
Estevez. Yeah.
Said it. Estevez was like dead at the start.
He's
of the year.
dead and bad. We're definitely not trading for him. But Erceg has a 15% walk rate this year. Like there is some juice in the tank. Like if you go to 2024. Like, this was a demon. He was walking 6% of people and striking out 29% of people, but that was a full 2 years ago. He wasn't good in 2025, all things considered. Like, I know he had a low ERA, like a 2.6, but he really wasn't that effective. He only had 2 saves. And this year, I'm just not moved. Like, he's not getting chases, he's not getting whiffs, he's not striking people out, and he's walking a ton of guys, so...
I really don't feel like watching anyone with below a 75th percentile walk rate at this point.
Yeah, the Yankees maybe could fix him, but he's 31 years old. I'm not super into it. No. Want to tell me a bit about your pick, Ryan?
Yes. Paul Sewald from the Diamondbacks.
I think it's Sewald.
Sewald?
Yeah.
Paul from the Diamondbacks, who are actually better than I thought they would be. They're sitting at 3rd in the NL West right now, 28 and 24. And I don't think that they're going to get any worse than that, just with how bad the Giants are and how bad the Rockies obviously are.
The Rockies.
But I'm looking at the wild card standings right now, and they're half a game back of the wild card. So I mean that it could change, but I don't know. I'm not really feeling this Diamondbacks pitching staff. I'm not really feeling a lot of the pitching staffs in the NL West. It's really just the Dodgers.
Yeah. Their pitching is bad. Like their SV1 is Merrill Kelly.
Don't love that.
Zach Gallen's real bad.
I always thought Corbin Burns got hurt a lot earlier in the year than he did. It was
mid-year. I think he'll be back. He will be back this year.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyways, Paul, his K- walk rate is 21.6%. It's good for 19th in baseball. And his 2 pitches are a fastball and a sweeper. They're both very good, and it makes him an effective reliever. And could presumably be improved by the Yankees. Both of them are plus pitches in stuff models. He's not super flashy, but he's a strike thrower, and he's been really good. He's the Diamondbacks' primary closer right now, I believe. I know he's racking up saves, and I think if the Diamondbacks get worse, that is an area that we should explore.
Yeah, I definitely agree. When you originally proposed the name, I kind of laughed at you. It's in the
so I laughed at myself.
It's in the notes with laugh in parentheses, but he's been pretty good. Like he's striking out 30% of hitters and he's walking. Like this is what I want. Like I want a guy that strikes out close to 30% of people and he walks less than 10% of people. Yeah. And he doesn't give up hits, which is what I want. Like his whip is .78 on the year, which is incredible. And this is coming with awful fastball view. Like he's throwing 91 basically, and he gives up pretty hard contact. He doesn't get any ground balls. How the hell is his ground ball rate 11%? That's a little frightening, especially
I will
because
say, the Yankees are good at improving that.
Yeah.
They've done that in the past.
I wonder. I'm looking at in his career. Has he thrown? He's a two-pitch pitcher right now. He throws just fast forcing fastball
and
and
a sweeper. Yeah.
Yeah, he's never thrown anything else. I mean, he threw a changeup like a tiny bit at a time. He had like 10 years ago he threw a slider. Like maybe they could unlock another pitch, but at the deadline, like I don't think they have enough time to get him throwing a third pitch to get some ground balls.
This is a pretty hilarious savant.
Yeah.
Because like, how is his XBA so low?
Yeah.
He has an expected batting average of 163, but like he gives up a lot of barrels, hard contact, like I don't know, man. I don't want this guy for our closer. I would like him as, this is a deep bullpen. I'm assuming Doval. I'm never going to give up on Camilo Doval. If you're listening to this show, wanting someone to talk shit about Camilo Doval,
it's not gonna happen.
Close Spotify, close YouTube. Do it now. It's not happening.
Yeah. I just want him not to throw sliders down the middle, bro.
I think it's Austin Wells.
Okay, we can't get into this. We will derail the entire show.
But
yeah, the ground ball rate does concern me just because Yankee Stadium, like even righties can like kind of poke a fly ball to right and it'll go out, and home runs in the playoffs will kill you more than anything else. But can't really argue with the results. He's been very good this year, and I always expect the Yankees to make people better. So
yeah, that's my thinking as well. Kevin Ginkel, another funny Diamondbacks guy.
Yeah, there's actually a third funny Diamondbacks guy that I want to mention after this, but
Kevin Ginkel is a savant demon.
Yeah, Kevin Ginkel would be my pick for Diamondbacks reliever to hoist.
Yeah.
Hoist is not the correct word. Steal.
Hoist. He's a big dude. 6'4", 235. Like him and Bednar in the pen together, that would be sick.
It's hilarious because Lynch is 6'6", but he's 200 pounds. So Kevin Ginkel is 2 inches shorter than him, but he's like 40 pounds heavier.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
I love my skinny pitchers. Jacob Mizorowski, shout out. But yeah, Ginkel would be my pick from the Diamondbacks. He gets a lot of strikeouts. He doesn't walk a lot of people. Unlike Sewald, he gets a ton of ground balls, doesn't give up a ton of hard hits. xERA is a lot better. Whip still at about 1, which is where you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Someone to note as well, AJ Puck. I don't know if you're familiar. He's injured right now. He's coming off a pretty bad and significant injury. Another lefty though. He's 6'7", 248 pounds, and he was incredible last year before he got hurt. He was striking out 35% of hitters and walking 5% of hitters, but it was in a very limited sample. He only pitched in 8 games before he got injured.
Puck?
Yeah. Just type, if you're on Savant, you have to type it. It's really funny. Like some people in Savant, like if you type AJ, it won't come up. You have to type A.J.
Puckett or no, it's just PUK.
Yeah, PUK.
Oh wow.
But he was good last year. He's doing rehab assignments right now, and he's a demon. He's a lefty. He throws pretty hard too. Like he throws 96 on average. I would totally get him if he's available, and he looks good coming out of his rehab. The price also might be significantly cheaper than some of these other guys we've listed.
So, essentially, we're planning on picking the Diamondbacks clean.
Yeah, we're picking the Royals clean. We're picking the Diamondbacks clean because I'm tired of picking the Rockies clean. I've seen enough. No more of this.
All right. I think that's enough in the NL West. Should we move back towards the middle?
Yeah, the only other name on the list that we have here is a replacement bulk man, which may not be needed because Will Warren could kind of fill that role in the playoffs and maybe even down the stretch. Although I'd kind of feel bad, like he's been so good, demoting him to a bulk man role would kind of be depressing and probably make him worse. But Ty Madden of the Tigers this year, 23.3 K- walk rate. He throws 6 different pitches out of the bullpen. And I think if you traded for him, like he could either be used as a bulk man, like obviously he'd be oh my god, I hate Ryan Yarbrough and Paul Blackburn. Like Ryan Yarbrough, I respect what he did last year for us, but goddamn, please get them off my team.
My opinions have kind of switched. Like at the beginning, I wanted Yarbrough on the team. Blackburn, gotta respect the results. Has been good. Ryan Yarbrough doesn't pitch. Like I genuinely don't understand why they keep him on the team.
Yeah,
like
it
Boone
doesn't make sense.
never uses him, and understandably, he's not good.
Yeah, Paul Blackburn throws so many pitches. What the hell? Paul Blackburn throws 7 pitches.
Paul Blackburn has been fine. Like I know that
he hasn't been fine. Like he's been bad. He's a 3.2 ERA. Never mind, Paul Blackburn, you do you, buddy. But he's a 1.4 WHIP. Like this guy sucks. Let's be honest with ourselves about the situation.
Yeah.
I would much rather have
HPG, HWG.
Yeah, something like that. But maybe you can improve Madden's pitch mix coming out of the pen.
Yeah.
Like as I said before, I always expect the Yankees to make people better at pitching because the Yankees are very good at pitching development. But maybe you cut a few of the pitches that aren't good. Like his stuff plus numbers aren't incredible by any means. He just kind of junk balls it in there and it tends to work. Like he gets a lot of whiffs. It's not just he's striking out a bunch of people in a small sample. Like the underlying stuff tends to suggest that he could probably continue that as a Yankee. But I think if I had to rank people I want in order that we've discussed, it would be Daniel Lynch number 1, AJ Puck number 2, Kevin Ginkel number 3, Paul Sewald number 4, Ty Madden number 5. My hand was not really on screen there. That's 5.
I'd agree with that order. I'd put Ginkel over Puck just because like it's there currently, and Puck could be good. But so right now I'm probably going in that list. I'm going with.
You can do it.
I can. Ginkel. Sorry, couldn't remember what funny name it was. But yeah. But Daniel Lynch probably excites me the most.
Do you know what his OPS versus lefties is? Lefty.
I do not.
Take a guess.
Does it start with a 6?
It starts with a 3. He's allowing a 353 OPS to lefties.
That's crazy.
He's allowing a 195 on base, but he's allowing a 158 slugging against. And righties aren't good either. Righties are sitting at 639, which is obviously well below average. So, get me this demon. Wow. All of this is also a little bit subject to change because if they put Ryan Weathers in the bullpen, then they might not need another lefty. Like, carrying a 3-lefty bullpen might not be the greatest, but Lynch has been effective enough against righties that even if they did move Weathers to the bullpen, I'd still want him. So...
Yeah, I mean, that is, like, I want them to add a reliever, but also this is why I just want them to go get Skubal, dude. Like, none of these relievers would. We said this before. Like, none of these relievers bump us up to the talent level of the Dodgers. So if you're gonna go and spend prospect capital and Skubal's available, just go get him.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of save on prospects if you get Skubal and then move somebody to the bullpen as well. Mm-hmm. Like, the prospects you would have spent on somebody like Daniel Lynch or Kevin Ginkel or any of these other guys, you can then just keep and you send the top end guys to get Skubal, move Ryan Weathers, Will Warren to the bullpen, save the rest of your prospects.
Yeah. Also, Skubal might not be. I don't want to say he's going to be cheaper, but he's probably going to be cheaper than you think because he's a rental and because he's paid so much money.
And he's coming off an injury.
Yeah, but I did see that. Apparently, like it was someone said it today. I don't know. Someone might have just been throwing it out there. The Tigers might eat his salary for the year, which would not be good for us because that would
more teams would
make the asking price more expensive.
Yeah.
Like if they want someone to pay his salary, then it's probably just going to be like it's not it. It would be almost like the Soto deal. Like everybody thought Soto was going to take the Martian or Spencer Jones or Volpe, like someone big, and it didn't really. I mean, Drew Thorpe was a high-end prospect, but
What's
nothing.
What's Drew Thorpe up to these days?
I think he's hurt.
He was on the White Sox, right? They traded him for Cease. Yeah, he is hurt. Oh, he got Tommy John. Damn.
Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah.
He hasn't pitched since 2024.
Cash got success, dude.
They knew his elbow was on borrowed time.
Also, just wrapping up the trade discourse, unless you have anything else to say about relievers, I want to move on to third base.
Yeah, the offense, there's like no options. Is our conclusion?
That's what I'm. Yeah, and like I think the job is Lombard's to take at this point, and I don't think it's unreasonable. Lombard looks really good.
Unless he gets moved for Skubal.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, if he gets moved for Skubal, then we're just riding with Ryan McMahon at third base and crossing our fingers.
Yes, at that point you're just a pitching team. And
yeah, and that's you're a really, really, really good pitching team.
Riding with Ryan McMahon, the guy who took Gerrit Crochet lefty deep in the playoffs.
Skubal, Schlittler, Cole, Fried, Rodon, Weathers, Warren.
Yeah. We're coming out officially against, or at least I'm coming out officially against trading for a catcher as well. Ryan Jeffers right now is hurt.
Is dead. He's got a Hamate fracture.
Hamate, but yeah. Hamate, whatever. That's crazy.
Hamate, I don't know, dude. I don't know how to pronounce it.
It's not a pronunciation.
Is the recurring theme of this show.
I'm not like totally out on trading for him if they use him in a platoon role. Like Ryan Jeffers is the catcher against lefties would move me. And I'm looking at his splits right now. It would probably take a decent amount of prospects to get him, and I would much rather those prospects be spent on somebody like Skubal. He actually, wow, he has reverse splits so far. He's better against righties than lefties. That's very interesting. But regardless, Ryan Jeffers is good. I mean, I'm not arguing with you on that. But if the choice is get a catcher or get Terry Skubal, like I'm going Skubal a million times.
And like everyone, all these people that bitch and moan nonstop about how Hal doesn't have the balls to go all the way, see an opportunity to get Tarek Skubal, and they're like, no, I think we should trade for depth and get a setup man and a third base platoon. Shut the fuck up. What?
Yeah.
Trade for Skubal.
I would tend to agree. Also, Jeffers is a rental, so that probably lowers his overall cost. So maybe he is more of an option than I assumed. I assumed he was kind of under arb for a little longer. He's older than I thought. He's 28. He's about to be birthday June 3rd. Happy birthday, Ryan Jeffers. Welcome to New York.
Anyways,
Scott Boras Corporation representative.
Really?
Yeah, he's a Boras client.
Damn.
Everyone's a Boras client. If I was a baseball player, I would be running to Scott Boras immediately.
I would be tripping over myself to sign with Scott Boras.
Yeah.
Like,
that's the GOAT.
Yeah. Boras hate, and I mean we can wrap it pretty soon because I feel like we're getting a little off topic, but Boras hate is just disgustingly overblown, man. Like the guy is just like
that's his job.
His job. Yeah. Like he's like the LeBron of agents.
Hate the game, not the player.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think we can wrap it up here. The Yankees obviously are a good team. I think anyone who says the Yankees are a bad team is stupid, objectively. Yeah.
I think my theme of the losses as of late is it's more frustration than like worry.
Yeah.
Because I know that they have it in them, and like Judge and Rice slumping as hard as they have is obviously the answer, and you just got to pray that. Like that's the thing with things like this. Like there's really like everybody's like, oh, it's third base. It's this shit relief pitcher that pitches twice. Like, no, dude, it's Aaron Judge getting up and going 0 for 4, 1 for 5, like with a single, and Ben Rice doing the same. Like,
and
you're not winning games.
And Jazz isn't really hitting, right? So like,
yeah.
The problem
and the bottom of the lineup is bad.
You can blame the bottom of the lineup all you want, but like if the bottom of the lineup was good right now, we'd probably have only won maybe like 1 or 2 more games in this stretch. Like we need the good guys to be good, and hopefully Judge kind of snapped out of it a little bit, got his swag back. Ben Rice,
definitely.
I expect him to get back on it. Like players
I think
are just
Judge
streaky.
Usually like carries with the ebb and flow of the team. When he breaks out of a slump is generally when everyone starts to.
That's why we can't win in the playoffs.
Yeah.
This year though,
but
hitting 1,000.
I'm feeling a clutch Judge here.
Yeah, I mean, walk-off home runs are a good way to start. He tends to kind of hit them in bunches. Like they said, all of his walk-off homers were 2022. So
and he only has 4.
But yeah, we
saw one of them.
Yeah, we did. We saw the Astros walk-off, which was like, It was
The
a
only one
walk-off
that
homer,
mattered.
but that thing could have been a walk-off sac fly. Like, they could have caught that and they still would have won the
Yeah.
game.
But I mean that like I was watching the video of all 4 of them. That was the only one that was like gone off the bat. Like he destroyed it.
Nah, the Blue Jays one was pretty crazy.
Oh yeah. When he took it into like the
Jordan Romano.
billionth deck. Yeah.
It could have been foul though. You never know.
Yeah, it could.
Judge loves hitting nukes.
I was
into,
gonna
like,
say
almost
foul
territory.
ball home runs.
Anyway, I think we'll wrap it up there.
Yeah.
I hope the Yankees keep winning. We're playing the
Who are
AL
they playing?
Central.
Oh, they're
so-
playing the Royals.
Yeah.
We don't even have to talk about
Sweep.
this. Sweep.
Sweep. They suck.
Sweep.
Even the Red
Sweep.
Sox swept the Royals, dude. That's how awful that team is.
All right.
Anyway,
Go
remember,
Yankees. Trade for Scooble.
Like, comment, subscribe, give us a follow on Twitter, leave us a comment on YouTube, and we will be seeing you soon.
We will.
See you later.
Go Yankees.